All right, let's tackle one of those classic Spanish puzzles that trips everybody up. Gran versus grande. You know that moment of hesitation, right? Where you're not quite sure which one fits? Well, you're definitely not alone. And today, we're going to solve it for good.
So think of this as a little grammar mystery. By the time we're done here, you won't just know the answer, you'll actually get the why behind it. And honestly, that's the real key to making it stick.
So here it is, the heart of the mystery. You learn early on that adjectives in Spanish usually come after the noun, la casa blanca, the white house. Makes sense. But then you hear someone say un gran problema. And wait a minute, the adjective is before the noun, and it's even been shortened. What is going on?
Well, here's the twist. Both of these are totally 100% correct. This isn't some weird exception or a mistake. It's actually a really cool feature of the language. And figuring this out, it's like unlocking a new level in your Spanish skills. Okay, so to crack this puzzle, we've got to start with the basics. Let's first make sure we've locked down the main rule, the one you probably already know and use 90% of the time.
So, rule number 1, your home base for Spanish adjectives is this. The noun leads, the adjective follows. You say the thing first, and then you describe it. Simple as that. This is the foundation for almost everything.
And this rule is your absolute workhorse. I mean, you use it for everything. When you're just describing facts about the world, how tall a guy is, what color a car is, someone's nationality, or, whether a movie was boring, the adjective just trails right after the noun. It's the standard, no-frills way of doing things.
All right, now for the fun part. Let's meet the exceptions. But don't think of them as random rule breakers. Instead, think of them as a small, kind of exclusive club of adjectives that get special privileges.
Now, this whole thing has a fancy grammatical name, but don't worry about that. All you need to know is that it basically means shortened. A few really common adjectives have this habit of dropping their last letter, but, and this is key, only when they're right in front of a masculine, singular noun.
Here's a perfect example you've probably seen. We all know the word bueno for good, but if you want to say a good day, you put it before the word dia, and it shortens to buen dia. A good book? Un buen libro. See the pattern?
And now, let's get to our headliner, grande. It does the exact same thing. It shortens to gran before a masculine noun. But with this one word, something else happens. The change isn't just about the spelling. It's about the entire meaning. And just so you know this isn't some one-off trick, here are some of the other members of this short-form club. You've definitely seen mal for malo or primero for primero. They all follow this exact same pattern. It's a small group, but they're super common, so they're important to recognize.
Okay, here we go. This is the real secret sauce. We've seen that the form can change, but that's just the appetizer. With grande, where you put it doesn't just change the spelling, it flips the entire meaning of the word. This is the big reveal.
This right here is the single most important thing to take away. Putting grande after a noun describes something literal. It's about physical size. But putting gran before a noun makes it figurative. Now we're talking about importance, significance, or quality.
And this example just illustrates it perfectly. Un gran profesor isn't a teacher who's just physically large. He's a great teacher, an amazing educator. But if you say un profesor grande, now you're talking about a physically big guy. You see that? Same word, two totally different meanings, all decided by where you put.
So let's circle all the way back to our original puzzle. When someone says un gran problema, they don't mean a problem that takes up a lot of space. They mean a great problem, as in a serious, significant, major issue. It's all about importance, not size. And just like that, the puzzle is solved.
Okay, I know that was a lot to take in, so let's boil it all down into a super simple tool you can use anytime you need it. Think of this as your cheat sheet for getting it right every single time. Let's just walk through this. Your default setting, your go-to, is the adjective after the noun for a simple description. But when you want to talk about greatness or significance, you use the special rule. Gran comes before. And if you actually want to talk about a physically large problem, you just go right back to the default rule, un problema grande. It's a really elegant little system when you see it laid out.
Seriously, if you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this right here. From this moment on, when you see or hear gran, I want a little light to go off in your head. Don't let your brain automatically translate it to big. Train it to think great. Think significant.
So what first looked like a confusing, random rule is actually a super clever way that Spanish adds extra layers of meaning. You've just unlocked one of its coolest little secrets. The real question is, now that you know how to spot these kinds of patterns, what other secrets is Spanish hiding that you're going to uncover next?